I am so excited for Trailblazer League, I made a YouTube channel about it. I'm not really a content creator, and I'm learning to put these videos together on the fly, but I am so excited about the new league, and this time I want to share my experiences with everyone. See, I'm a newer OSRS player. My fiancé introduced me to the game in February of last year, being a veteran RuneScaper himself. I've since gotten myself both a squirrel and a beaver, and spent a lot of time grinding out some weird things, like where my fiancé asks, "Why are you cooking 10,000 curry?" A lot of competitions on here I find a bit PvP centric, and while I enjoy the YouTube content surrounding it, Leagues was the first thing on RuneScape that was both competitive and my own pace. So I ditched the main game for 2 months to spend over 2 weeks aerial fishing. And thus I am super excited about Leagues 2. The concept is awesome, and I really actually like the fact that we're going to get a choice in the types of content we go for in different areas. I've watched a live stream, and while certainly not enough information out there yet to make any strategies, there's a few confirmations that have me just that much more excited to get trailblazing. The first confirmation that had me literally jumping up and down with absolute joy was when it was announced that Bon Voyage and Fossil Island are both going to be early game content. Getting there can be a pain, and I'm really not looking forward to the kudos, but that island and having access to it is going to be absolutely amazing. Crabs, volcanic ash, hunting options, and the underwater agility training arena are just the main points of content I've already touched there in my main game. And since I do have some pre-game prep time, I'm also going to be looking at the volcanic mine as my blast mine alternative to mining. The second confirmation that got me squealing with delight is that all of the main world apart from Zay will be unlockable at some point, although not all areas will be unlockable. So I'm excited that Mauritania content will be available as an unlock in the league. The Barrows is content that I haven't touched in the main game yet, but I'm told is good PVM content. But believe it or not, the specific unlock I want in this zone is the Shades of Morton minigame. I've spent a fair bit of time on both the dedicated servers and soloing this particular piece of content, and so for my gameplay style and lack of winter tolt this time around, I am specifically drooling over the dual prayer firemaking experience the second phase of this content provides. There's a lot to be excited about here, and the live stream has me even more excited coming up with all the early game plans. However, there was one key point in the live stream that did get me a bit upset. So upset I actually tweeted at someone about it. My fiance told me that he tweeted at Mod Tide about his opinion on the issue, and so I dusted off my old Twitter account with my old gamer handle and picture of myself from grade 10 and stated the following. At Jagex Tide, the advantage rewards for Leagues 2 from Leagues 1 were announced at the beginning of Leagues 1 as a major perk to playing and being a multi-league player. Please don't take them away just because some people didn't take the time to earn them. They had enough warning. Now I wanted to bring it up here too because the tweet's a bit forward and strongly worded due to Twitter being Twitter, so there's just a couple points I quickly wanted to hash out to explain my point of view a little further. First of all, I did rank adamant in the last league, and so I do stand to benefit from any advantageous perks awarded in future leagues. I will sit here and call out that my own point of view is thus biased, in my opinion. That being said, I do hear what new players and players who had less time to play the previous leagues have to say. And I feel the rewards should be left intact because they were announced at the beginning of the leagues, and every player had the equal opportunity to know and thus compete if they wished to, and otherwise understand that they may be at a minor disadvantage over previous league players going forward. Also, the wording of the original rewards was never a maybe. It was, these are the rewards, so you have something to show going into future leagues. If the issue is balance, which I am hearing concerns about, the solution should be a balance addition to those newer first-time players, not a subtraction from the players who have already spent the time, many of whom, like me, completely ditched the main game for 2 whole months to achieve what they were promised at the beginning, and for whom otherwise that 2 months of progress doesn't translate into any form of real progress in any of the game modes. And I just want to be clear, I am going to play Trailblazer League and go for a high ranking in it, no matter what the rewards are promised or actually ended up given. The concept and competition aspect of it for me is stronger than any of the potential rewards either inside or outside the league competition itself. What I do want to specifically say here is overall, I want a lot more concrete answers on what on earth is actually going to go on with these things. And I get development is a process. Balanced design is not easy to achieve, and the league's format being different season to season in general absolutely adds to the complexity of the planning, design, rewards, and everything else that does go into this. However, we are on the second iteration of the leagues now, and certain debates such as the rewards, I feel just shouldn't be happening at this point in the process. Certain things about the leagues need to actually be set in stone and properly carried between the leagues, and the reason for that is that the rest of the concept is so variable season to season that there does need to be something consistent for the people who do prioritize this content over other content. I'm not here to debate anyone on it. I'm going to be happy and respect whatever decisions are made in whatever regard. I'm going to play leagues anyway, it doesn't matter. But as someone who does love this game mode, competed in it very seriously the first time, and is going to be playing every iteration going forward no matter what, I did feel the need to just try to politely state and explain my own position on the matter, despite it, yes, I've already admitted, being a bit biased. So I'm starting this channel in series all around League, which by my guess is at least a month away at this point. I want to show some pregame prep, talk about my experiences in the last league, and ultimately give you a play-by-play of my Trailblazer League run from a player who's absolutely passionate about this game mode. Stay tuned for episode 2, where I'm going to go back to Fossil Island and figure out what on earth this whole volcanic mine deal is, and how viable it may or may not be for mining in the Trailblazer League.